The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is coming with some big upgrades, including a huge improvement to the display. Before we get started, let me know in the comments what your most wanted upgrade is for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So first story of the day, before we get into the Galaxy S24 news, for those of you that can't wait until January, Samsung are currently running a Discover Samsung promotion, and they're offering huge deals on lots of their electronics. Now today's deal of the day is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra with up to $800 off thanks to Samsung Credit and enhanced trade-in deals, and you can click the link down in the description below or the card in the top right corner to go ahead and check it out and grab yourself a bargain. Next up, we've got news from TechRev on Twitter, and he further backs up rumors that the Galaxy S24 could be returning back to Exynos for some regions, so this may be disappointing news for some of you. Now, according to TechRev, the Galaxy S24 is going to use the Exynos 2400 in Europe and Southeast Asia, but customers in the USA are still going to be getting the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Now, everyone was happy to see the Snapdragon chip in all versions of the S23 this year, so hopefully, if this report is true, Samsung have fixed all of the issues with the Exynos chipset. Now next up, we've got a report that says the whole Galaxy S24 series is going to remain pretty much the same design as its predecessor, and that's hardly a surprise. Now it's thought that Samsung are going to keep the same design across the range, and focus is going to be on hardware upgrades and user experience, which isn't a bad thing. While we're used to phones changing every year, they've pretty much reached a good standard already, and keeping the same design can help with cost savings on these very expensive devices, and I personally like the fact that Samsung aren't just changing the design for the sake of it. Next up, we've got a report that states that the big area of improvement for the Galaxy S24 is going to be in the battery department, and that Samsung is looking to improve the S24 battery performance by turning to technology from the EV industry. Now, Samsung have been working with two Chinese firms to develop the new battery technology for phones, and when it comes to the Galaxy S24, they're going to be using battery stacking technology, which put in simple terms allows them to improve the battery capacity without changing the physical size of the battery. Now, according to the report, this new technology can add up to 10% to the total battery capacity. This means that the Galaxy S24 Ultra could see an upgrade to a 5,500 mAh battery. Now next up, we've got a report that the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is going to be upgrading to a 144Hz display. This is a nice improvement from the predecessor's 120Hz. Now while some gaming phones out there have already done this, it's going to be the highest refresh rate we've ever seen on an S phone. And with such powerful chips now that are capable of these high refresh rates, it makes sense to upgrade the display to match. On top of this, we're expecting even more trimmed down bezels, and there are plenty of rumors saying that the Galaxy S24 Ultra is going to have an under-display camera on the front. When it comes to the under-display camera, it's going to be a huge improvement if they can get a decent camera performance out of it, but to be honest, we hear this rumor every single year, so I'll believe it when I see it. One area of confusion for the S24 Ultra is the rear cameras. Some sources are claiming upgrades, and then others are claiming it's going to be the same camera system as we had on the S23. But to be honest, given that we're so far away from launch, I wouldn't worry too much yet, as leaks tend to be conflicting at this point in time. Now, of course, launch is expected to be in February 2024. We're no doubt going to receive lots of information as we approach that launch, and of course, I'm going to be sharing all of the information as soon as it comes in, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.